Greetings, everyone. Welcome to my sketchbook. Today is a rainy day, which is not the worst thing. It's another day. That's what it is. And so, what you try to do is prepare yourself as best you can if you're going to spend time outside in it. Let's zoom in on this first. Let's go to here, let's say. So, the idea here, as I said, we're going to try that. Is to prepare for it. And sometimes it's not easy because weather can be unpredictable, although there's a whole science behind it. There's meteorologists and whatnot. Oh, let's try to draw just a simple thing like that. And from it, let's try to figure out a couple of things with it. Maybe we'll have something that can keep the rain off of us. I think that is kind of a simple thing. I'll be honest with you. Rain to me is not really my favorite. Now, you have to kind of accept that it will happen, and you have to be somebody that has to think big picture stuff, that well, if there are fires that are out of control, rain can get to them, so that's a good thing. If there are plants that need to grow, rain can get to them. So you have to be open to the idea, I guess, that the rain is not here to ruin your day. You might have plans. You could be at a theme park, and your favorite ride might be closed down because of a fear of lightning, which is also associated with that. Yesterday, a human being reminded me of the UV index and said yesterday was a moderate day. I thought, that's kind of neat, I guess. I was already out. So there's that, I suppose. You try to have some sunscreen, or you try to dress appropriately, as I said, for the weather, and, well, prepare. Your skin is this strange organ that, covers your body and tries to protect you from ultraviolet radiation from the sun, also absorbing, the vitamins that can happen from being in sunshine. Now, what's the name of that type of umbrella that the sun, parasol? Yes. So yeah, not a complicated doodle, I don't think. So a regular umbrella. Well, I think for fun, I want to try to draw another umbrella. And maybe this time, on as what Winnie the Pooh would say, let's try a little more ornate handle here. If it was on a blustery day, here you'd have that little mechanism. Okay. I think in my mind I picture kind of like a two-stage kind of thing. And then kind of like the wings of a bat, or the way your hand works, almost like fingers. Again, we'll kind of loop these through. Maybe we'll round this out a little bit more. That's a really weird thing to draw. Sometimes I think you get an umbrella that has a loop here for your wrist. Perhaps I'm wrong. You know, it's strange. I don't really think about umbrellas that often. I mean, I do when I'm in the rain, but I don't carry an umbrella. Wonder why that is. Perhaps I would probably just wear a hat and not really worry about umbrellas. Not my thing, I guess. I think that's simple enough. I'm going to move this over just a little bit more. I think the final thing that I'm going to draw is the... Again, I want to keep the handle down here just because. Let's go with, instead of this kind of like hook style, I don't know what this particular version of it might be called. I'll have that little mechanism there. And we'll have this as a prepared but not utilized version. It has that fancy little snap on it that allows you to keep it from accidentally expanding. I'll have it kind of bowl out a little bit as the winged mechanism are kind of doing their thing. Interesting. Well, like I said, not really a complicated thing. Just try to prepare yourself for the day. Here we'll add that loop down here. Loop. Isn't that a French name that you'd have for a looking glass of sorts, some sort of magnifying glass? Jewelers would use that to get a closer look at something. A loop. Well, folks, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully we'll see you at some point in the near future. Ciao for now.